AT&T Stadium in Houston. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 23-yard
To throw on second is Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck room.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, here's Watson being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 17 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now it's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kahale Waring, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And he stopped immediately there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
No gain on the
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. so tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
10 more yards.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Fournette on the counter. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So Miami coming out for their second drive, and a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Zach Cunningham on the tackle.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 47-yard line.
Tua again. This is Howard looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Howard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Complete.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Makes the score Texans 14.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever. Vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Escaping the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
10 at the
23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
10 more yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Johnson.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Fournette. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now
big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Texans 17. Dolphins.
They had it first and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chance. We'll see if they can get the score. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Tua sets up to pass it. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
1st and 10 at the 41.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't.
This is caught inside the 15.
That's good.
And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15.
At the 11-yard.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 46, boys. 46. 46 to mark.
From the gun, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the cap.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Kickoff for Houston.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Tennessee Titans. And lastly, in the national game on Sunday night, definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front, as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's going to launch this thing way down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. 47 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
A gain of 13.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. On first down, they run with Howard. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's a screen to Richard. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And he's been pretty good under the lights here tonight, hasn't he, partner?
He certainly has, and I applaud him for that because I don't know what it's like for you, but to me, preparing for a night game involves a little bit more. Trying to hold your intensity, hold that edge throughout an entire day of waiting to get out there and play. You know, the meetings, what time you're going to eat, all of those things. He's harnessed it very well. It's turning in a nice performance.
Yeah, he's closing in on 100 yards. For me, it's all about the afternoon nap for a night game.
I like the way you prep.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 20.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with Howard, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The Dolphins ball.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They go with Howard again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Miami.
Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
7 more yards.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Neville Hewitt charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Watson's throw here taken in by Cooks. 20! And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Brandon Cooks.
Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
The kick is
5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Dolphins 17. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Bradley Roby.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Again, it's Fournette. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and...
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this will be a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Miami set to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Richard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle made.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down on a 14-yard pickup. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Brings up 2nd and
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Decided to keep it that time on the option. Got out left, but the defense was right there.
And you know what happened on that play, right? Because the defense, as you said, not letting him get upfield. No place for him to ever duck his shoulders and turn upfield and gain yardage. Had to keep moving out laterally. Nice play by the defenders.
Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. but they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Jordan Howard unable to get to that imaginary yellow line, and this Texans defense stands tall. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
2nd and 6.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. This is Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25 yards.
So now here come the Dolphins. Remember, they have won 3 straight. Beginning to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll set up to throw from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Now they set up the screen, that's complete.
Tagovailoa's pass.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. You know.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The 42-yard line.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Run to the sideline and
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3.
yards.
Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On third down, Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
First down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On second down, Johnson. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The kick is good.
A 10-play drive that time. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette.
17. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
Exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Tua finding Williams for a Dolphin first down. One final try for Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Tonight's
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Miami, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home.